the corner of 40th and 39th. First thing to notice is how the road gets physically narrower here. Beyond 39th, 40th Avenue is a narrower road, which already takes away potential room for a bike lane. It's not bad this morning because we're a little bit late. It's 8:44, but normally when I come by here it's about 8:40. Kids are getting dropped off to school. The Eastview parking lot's right over there, and you can see that lot backs up and comes right out onto 40th. So the idea of a right-hand bike lane at 40th Avenue is simply not going to work. So the first two factors are a narrower road and the traffic from the schools. As I say, we're a little bit late this morning. So we're going to get going here. And as you notice, I'm already pinching in, and there's a car dropping the kid off at school. And if I was a little earlier in my day, I would actually be riding outside of a line of cars on the center line right along this stretch. So the first two things are the road's narrower, and usually this road is full of cars. You have a line of cars that are turning out of Eastview parking lot right here. And again, normally that's backed up hugely. I'm not terribly worried about the cross streets. The drivers are pretty good. They're watching for cars anyways coming out of the school zone. This chunk of 40th Avenue is in horrible repair, to the point where a lot of drivers drive on the other side, leaving this chunk of 40th, where the bike lane would possibly be, as a big rutted out mess. So when you put the bike lane in here, the other thing you're doing is you're asking the city of Red Deer to immediately repatch this entire stretch of road all the way along the curb, because as a bike riding lane, it's terrible. The next concern is the intersection of 40th and Ross, and again you can see it pinches in again. It pinches in again here. This is the site of a lot of near misses for cyclists. I've been almost hit here a few times from people turning right around the corner. And then we'll show you the next part when we get past the next set of lights here. It's actually a fairly light traffic day. Most of the commuting traffic has gone to work already. The other thing you have on any given day coming up here is a line of city buses that do the run up from the south end to Eastview, and then Eastview to Thurber. Plus the bus stops along the side here. Wait for the lights to go here. We're a fairly long light, I hadn't realized that. Go across the light. Again, you can see you get pitched in here. I got a car coming up beside me. Normally on my commute, I pinch off and I go off to where those cyclists over there are going, down Missioner. hill trail behind the nature center. But today we're going to go down here because to me this is the biggest problem with putting a bike lane on 40th. This is Missioner Hill. Notice on Missioner Hill that it is not an in-camber corner. It's flat, or in some cases, off-camber. So we're down Missioner Hill. We're going to take a look back up the hill, and you can see that that is at best a flat corner. On a dry day it's not a big deal. However, on a wet day, even a mildly drizzly day, and you can still see it, that hill becomes an absolute skating rink for cars, and they're all going to drift to the outside. So a bike lane in that corner, any cyclist is going to have to deal with the potential for cars sliding towards the outside of that corner. And that's a real serious concern, because that's not just inconvenient, that's potentially deadly. So far we've got the road pinching in at 39th on 40th. We've got the Eastview Parent traffic. We've got the terrible condition of the curb lane on 40th. Although we didn't see it today, we have an exceptionally high traffic volume on 40th, especially north of 39th. We have terrible corner on Missioner Hill as far as cyclists are concerned. And now we're on 55th. And on 55th you can see that the road is narrower again. There's buses on this road too, which I guess you're going to deal with. But the other thing is, for getting into downtown, now you're asking cyclists to make turns, left-hand turns, out of their bike lane at intersections where there may not be a lot of time. Whereas the route that we'll do tomorrow, or on Monday, 43rd Avenue, is much better for a myriad reasons. And the reasons that 43rd Avenue is better is that it runs from 32nd Street straight up to Ross. There's one cross street, or sorry, there's one stop sign. So you've got a straight shot all the way through. It's a residential neighborhood, so the traffic volumes are incredibly low. There's an elementary school on the route, so you've already got traffic calming and traffic control, which is safer for bicyclists. 43rd terminates at Ross, at the big apartment buildings there, and it's a controlled intersection. It's a big, wide, double lane controlled intersection. Then once you get around the corner, has tons of space. Ross Street from 43rd Avenue into town is miles wide. There's lots of room for bikes and cars to coexist on that road. There's lots of room for a bike lane on that road. And I'm talking to you as the guy who rides both of those routes almost every single day. I am on my bike year-round. I ride the trails year-round. I commute year-round. And the video that we shot today is in the dry, where there is space. Imagine if we were doing this commute that we just drove. Imagine if we were doing this commute that we just drove, Upper 40th Avenue, down Missioner Hill, on a marginal day. On a day where there's snow. In the middle of winter where visibility's bad. When the conditions get poor, 40th Avenue becomes an absolute terrible bike route. So that's my feedback for the day. Obviously I'm off of the roads, have been for a little bit. I'm back onto the nice trail system. I'm almost at the nature center. Have a good day, and I hope the Association for Bicycle Commuting in Red Deer and the people doing the planning for the bike lanes take that under advice as somebody who rides it all the time. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.